What's up, everybody?
Hi, guys. My name is Mary.
And I'm James.
And welcome back to another episode of the Watch That Jawn podcast.
Yeah.
Lord, play for us. This is the fifth time we tried to record this episode. James's internet in Oklahoma is working against him. What's going on? So
It's being ghetto. So I'm hoping that I fixed it. I think it's a cable issue where my internet keeps cutting out. But yeah,
that's why this episode's coming out a little bit late.
Yeah, it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
But what movie are we reviewing today, Mary?
So the name of the movie, I think it's called F1. I remember the last time you tried to record it, you called it Formula One, and I was like, I thought it was called F1.
The movie's called F1, yeah.
Okay, F1, the movie, starring the Brad Pitt. That's the main draw, the main reason why I wanted to see this movie.
It is. I think I liked every Brad Pitt movie I've seen. You know, he's definitely one of my favorite actors, with Leonardo DiCaprio, I would say Denzel Washington, and Will Smith too.
I said it before and I said it again. We are millennials. I am a millennial, and our heartthrobs growing up, Brad Pitt was a heavy hitter. Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel Washington was a little older, but still fine as wine. Will Smith. So yeah, Timothy Chalamet, Tom Holland could never. But what's your favorite Brad Pitt movie?
So there's a lot of good ones. You know, there's Fight Club,
Can't go wrong with Fight Club.
Ocean
we don't
11
talk about
series.
Fight Club.
We don't talk about it.
I've only seen one
Ocean 11 series. Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is really good. Mm-hmm. As well.
And I know what your favorite one is. I don't even know why I asked you.
Yeah, my favorite one by far, and it's not super popular, Troy.
I think it was popular when it came out. I think Gladiator just kind of overshadowed the film.
Yeah.
But come on. Troy was just
my favorite line in the movie, and me and Mary memorized this, is when Achilles, played by Brad Pitt, is standing outside of the city of Troy, demanding for the Prince of Troy, Hector, to come out and face him. And what he tells him,
yeah, because we did commit this to memory a few years ago, and now it completely went out my head.
Yeah, it says Achilles uses a chilling quote to taunt Hector after killing his brother. So Hector killed Achilles' brother. He said, "You won't have eyes tonight. You won't have ears or a tongue.
I remember.
You will wander the underworld blind, deaf, and dumb, and all the dead will know this is Hector, the fool who thought he killed Achilles."
Straight chills.
Yo.
Straight chills. I remember we used to say that when we were arguing, and the world will know this is a fool who thought he beat Mary.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Blind,
so we love
deaf,
Brad
and
Pitt
dumb.
here, guys. I don't know what's going on with him and Angelina and them kids, but that's none of my business.
So the
problematic white fave.
So let's get into the movie F1.
Formula
So
One.
obviously the draw was Brad Pitt, and also I always liked racing, but I never got into F1.
I literally had no idea what F1 until this movie was.
Yeah, like I seen them, but I didn't really understand it. So we did a little research.
We had a game called Forza. Was that F1?
We did have a game called Forza.
We ever had it for the Xbox, the 360, or the PS?
I think Forza is exclusively for the Xbox.
I'm gonna do a quick
Forza is an F1 game.
It is? Okay, yeah, but I didn't know. I don't know. I thought
actually, I take that back. Forza is just a racing game.
Okay, it's not F1. Okay.
No, it looks like the F looks like the F1 logo though. No, they said this is for Xbox and PlayStation too. But I have a Forza game. I actually might play it when we finish recording this.
But Forza isn't F1. It's not Formula One.
No.
Okay.
I think there's IndyCar here. Yeah, it's not strictly Formula One. There's so many different cars here.
But yeah, I've never heard of Formula One. I did not know what it is until this movie, and I did a little bit of research about it. Did do you want me to tell you what I've learned?
Um, yeah, and then I can fill in the blanks.
Okay, so what I learned about F1, an F1 rundown, and we'll come back to it so it makes sense. F1. Or actually, no, I don't. What I learned about F1.
Okay, I'm gonna start because she's obviously struggling.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about Grand Prix, but I'll actually do that later. Yeah, let's talk about F1.
So Formula One is a professional racing league made up of 10 teams, and these teams have to build, design, and race these supercars, and they have basically a cap to produce these cars. Kind of like the NFL, you have a salary cap, and the cap is,
I heard it was 140 million each.
Yeah, per year to produce these cars, to manufacture them. They race in I don't know, I think it's 13 sites if I remember correctly, different racetracks across the world.
So do they only race Grand Prix? Is every race they do a Grand Prix?
Don't get me lying to you.
Okay.
I honestly don't know what a Grand Prix even is.
A Grand Prix, there are 9 Grand Prix, and that's what happens over the course of the F1 movie. They race in the 9 Grand Prix in like Italy, I don't know, the UK and other places.
Vegas. Yeah.
In Spain. Yeah. But all right, what else do you know?
Okay, so
I know these cars can drive over 200 miles per hour. I was like, that is crazy.
Yes, and F1 is all the cars have to meet a certain standard.
Okay,
and that's the formula standard. And so that's what F1 means, is they have to meet that standard. But they're able to do a little tweaks and design modifications to make these cars more efficient. So, for example, when you're flying an airplane, right? You're trying to generate lift. Okay, so you want basically slower moving air under your car, under the wing, and fast moving air up top, so you can basically fly on top of that slower moving air, right? To cause lift. With a race car, it's the opposite, right? With F1 cars, you want to, if you drive them that fast and you generate lift, you're basically causing a loss of contact between the ground and the tire. So they actually have basically they want to drive like a downward force. So like a down force basically kind of have higher pressure up top and faster air going down bottom to cause like a suction, right? And he said that suction force, right, is like 4 times the weight of the car. So the car is like literally being pulled into the ground. And they do that by, there's like on the back of the car, these like drag reduction systems, right? That basically opens up this like
flap,
ignition blonde looking flap that basically allows air to kind of go through and close when they want to.
Sonny turned that Jawn on during one of the races. I remember it went like flipped the other way.
Yes, because when you want to make turns, you essentially want to increase drag. And I think when you're going a straight way, you want to decrease drag. It is so like complicated and intricate how these machines are built and designed. There's a bunch of YouTube videos, if your listeners are interested, of how F1 becomes a thing, And the thing that most attractive to me about F1 in general is just, it's like a
Damson,
bouginess
Idris.
to it.
Oh.
But is it a bouginess
Lewis
to
Hamilton.
It? Yes, Lewis Hamilton, right?
I saw that man at the Met Gala and I said, what a beautiful chocolate man.
But I'm just talking about the brands from Ferrari, right? Mercedes.
Red Bull.
These teams spend, like you said, hundreds of millions of dollars a year making these cars. And it's definitely and there's a quote in a movie, basically like, if you win Formula One, you are considered the best in the world.
Yeah, I just, I don't know anything about anything, so take this with a grain of salt. I just feel like Formula One is so expensive. Like, these cars are so expensive. It's a very expensive sport. And I watched a video on YouTube, and they said, Formula One kind of takes, how did I say it, like machinery and technology that exists in like regular cars, and they make them better. And then it can trickle down to like the mainstream car market, and like also it helps like, um, what's the word? Aero technology, like with actually like spacecrafts and
Aerodynamics.
yeah, and like aircrafts as well. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I see there's a benefit of it. I guess Formula One is kind of like testing out how these new technologies work. But I'm like, that's so much money. I'm like, I don't understand how we can justify this cost. I feel like it can go to a bunch of different places. But like I said, I don't know anything about they could be completely unrelated. I don't know nothing about nothing, but that's just how I feel, you know.
Well, it's entertainment. That's
It's
at
crazy
the
how
end of
much
the
we
day.
spend for entertainment. Like, I don't know where the money comes from. I don't know if it's all investors. I don't know if it's all billionaires.
So
You know,
so to kind of level set here, the NFL salary cap is $279 million a year. So these companies
to
spend
throw
a
a ball.
lot of money, yeah, to throw a ball for entertainment, and it's like $1 billion industry. The NFL and F1.
I guess it's no exception. I guess it's no exception. All right. Do you want to get started? I can start off if you want.
Yeah, F1 Group Holding
Okay.
has a market cap of $25.5 billion.
What does that
As
word mean?
of
What does that
market
sentence mean?
cap is basically is the total value of the company, right? It's basically the sum of all your stocks and the value of your stocks.
Okay.
It's
So if you
$25.5
cashed in
billion
on
dollars.
everything, that's how
Yep,
much your thing is worth.
yep. If you could theoretically sell it for exactly that, $25.5 billion. So it's a $1 billion industry,
Ugh.
$1 billion industry.
Veteran racer and former F1 prodigy Sonny Hayes is in a deep sleep, dreaming of the horrific crash that he survived in 1993 at the Spanish Grand Prix. He is woken up by someone pounding the doors of the minivan Sonny calls home. It's 24 hours of Daytona, and Sonny is up next. With his aggressive and often ruthless driving, Sonny and his team win the race. Later, while waiting for his loads to finish at a laundromat, Sonny is approached by his former teammate and friend, Ruben Cervantes. Ruben now owns his own F1 team, Apex Grand Prix, or Apex, but things aren't going well. The team hasn't won any races, and investors are very close to cutting their losses and selling the team unless Apex wins a Grand Prix this year. As a witness to Sonny's remarkable driving, Sonny is Ruben's last hope to save Apex. He asks Sonny to do a test drive to see if he's a good fit for the team. Sonny, still yearning for victory after all these years, agrees to join the team. So, um,
So one, instantly when the movie starts and he's sleeping in his van, but then he walks out into the crowd of the Daytona 500 and he gets into the seat. I'm like, this
24 hours of
movie's
Daytona.
yes. I'm like, this movie is already hard. Like I
Yeah,
was already pumped, yo,
it's just
because
see, yeah, just seeing Brad Pitt just being very Brad Pitt, effortlessly cool. This dude just sleeps in a van. He wakes up, like inhales a few peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, does some pull ups, and then he goes drives the best anyone's ever seen anybody drive a vehicle in their damn life. It's like
it's so like you said, it's like his
it gets you
swagger
excited,
just
yeah.
gets you excited,
And the
and
thing about his confidence, it's cool. He doesn't boast. He doesn't linger.
yeah,
He does what he has to do, and he gets out the way. And
you're right.
that's what just makes you go like, wow, you're so determined, but like you don't boast. You just get up and do things, and like you're not in it for like other people's like approval. You just do it. Like,
Yes, and we will be remiss if we didn't talk about the director and the producers, right? Jerry Bruckheimer and the director Joseph Kosinski, and the
okay, so
parallelisms.
yeah,
No, and the parallelisms they had with Top Gun Maverick,
Yeah.
right?
So I know the
And
producer also produced Top Gun Maverick. I never saw any of the Top Guns because Tom Cruise does creep me out. Like, I heard one podcaster point out the fact that this man has a tooth in the middle of his face. And ever since then, I can't do it. I can't
a
do Tom
tooth in the
Cruise.
middle of his face.
Okay, you see, down the center of my face, you see that's the gap between my teeth. He has a tooth there. So the space where your two front teeth are, there's a tooth there. And it's very unsettling.
So Top Gun Maverick,
It's like Patrick.
if you haven't seen it, it is phenomenal the way it's shot.
Is
And
it
this
really?
is with yes, it is jet engines. They basically have these guys fly like using fire pilot like
Fighter.
I'm sorry,
Fighter jet.
fighter pilot stunts.
We're both a little
But you can
tongue-tied
see-
today.
Yes, but you can see the actors in the cockpit and the amount of force that they're taking and they're turning, and it was like just the way that they got these shots for the jet engines. I keep saying jet engines for the jets, was just phenomenal. And they took that same technology and brought it to the race car. It makes you actually feel like you're in the seat, right? That you're actually turning and feeling all those forces as you watch Brad Pitt goes down the speedway. And that was immediately apparent. Immediately apparent. I'm like, wow, this is a very immersive viewing experience.
It made me want to go to NASCAR. I was like,
Yo.
24 hours of Daytona sounds lit. It sounds like a Mountain Dew, like, infused, no sleep event. Just trash and hot dogs and yelling with a bunch of greasy white people and having the time of your life.
Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like. If a dude just comes up like a baller, it just wins. And when Ruben comes and meets him and basically offers him the offer of a lifetime to go and race in an F1 for F1 team and be his second racer, because each F1 team has two racers, to be his second racer. And it seemed too good to be true. You know, I always dreamed of having like a once in a lifetime offer an opportunity like that.
What would
You
your
know.
ideal once in a lifetime opportunity be?
Probably to go work for NASA.
Not acting?
Either-
Like
Oh,
anything in the
yeah.
world. Any
Anything in the
lifetime
world.
opportunity.
Yeah. I guess I'm still thinking about going to space.
Go into space. I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
What space got to do
Yeah.
with me? I don't want to go up there. And get
Go into
stuck.
space. Or like you said, either performing somewhere, like you said, acting, or if there was like if I got good enough between singing, guitar, performing somewhere, or meeting someone, or just I don't know, any of those things that really interest me. What about you? What would you be your once in a lifetime if someone gave you an offer of marriage? I need you to do this, and you're like, yes. And he didn't even
I would
immediately
say
say
meet
yes.
Jesus, but I don't want to die. A one in a lifetime opportunity. You know, I think it would be either an acting or a singing gig. Even though I'm not particularly interested, you know, I have a small interest in acting, but it's like everyone wants to be an actor. It's like everyone wants to be in like a hit movie or like a critically acclaimed movie. Like that would just be, it seems like a really cool experience. And it seems like I can get a lot of money.
Yeah.
So absolutely. But actually, so Sonny, he used to race with Ruben on another F1 team back in the 90s called Lotus. And the crash that he was dreaming of in 1993 is actually based on a real crash of a real F1 driver
I've
named
seen
Martin
that.
Donnelly. So it says here on Esquire.com, it's likely that Sonny is at least partly inspired by the British driver Martin Donnelly. Donnelly was racing in Jerez during qualifiers for the Spanish Grand Prix, like Sonny, when his Lotus Lamborghini, he raced for Lotus, Sonny did, collided with a metal barrier at 175 miles per hour.
It's insane.
The force of the crash caused him and his car to eject out into the middle of the circuit, and he was unconscious for almost 11 minutes on the tarmac. Later, he was found to have severe leg fractures. That man should have died.
And that's the thing. That's the thing about that's so miraculous about these cars is they keep the driver as safe as possible. Because if Mary, if you are driving on a highway
At 175 miles per hour,
at
and
70, Mary, at 75 miles per hour,
yeah,
you're dead.
It's a
you're
done
dead.
bun.
It's done.
It's a done bun. And to eject out of the freaking car and to be on the tarmac for 11 minutes. Okay, maybe they on to something. Maybe Formula One. I need these safety procedures to trickle on down to my Nissan Sentra. Like,
maybe
crazy.
Maybe.
But yeah, 24 Hours of Daytona seems like a great time, and it got me very excited for the race. And I like how Sonny races like a maniac, but like a strategic maniac.
Yes, like he has nothing to lose. He races like he has nothing to lose.
He's not afraid of little tumble, you know what I mean? He want to wrestle with his car pretty much. He likes driving so much. We should put this nigga in a Transformer since he want to drive all over the... Go do that. Go do that.
No, you're right. You're right. Even when he got to, I guess that's the next section, but he just has like the American, I don't know,
Miracle.
NASCAR.
He's
scrappy,
a bad boy. Exactly.
Yes,
exactly. He grew up on corn and ribs, and his father probably owned some pigs, and he played football and all that.
All that. Exactly. Okay. Sonny is now at Silverstone Circuit in England for his test drive. He meets his potential teammate, Joshua Pierce, and though Pierce is undeniably very talented, his youth and inexperience makes him arrogant and hard-headed. He sees Sonny as a threat to his position on the team and does whatever he can to get him out. Sonny also meets team principal Kaspar Smolinski and technical director and crush Kate McKenna. During the test drive, Sonny struggles with the car's advanced technology, and even though Sonny crashes the enormously expensive vehicle, the investors are impressed and he is signed with the team.
So, it's not a big deal, like, of course, but every race in this movie is at a real place. So Silverstone Circuit is in England. And we were talking before, you said you asked your coworkers if they watched F1, and they said, no, we're American, we watch NASCAR. Mm-hmm. And it is true that Formula One is a very European sort of sport, so it makes sense that like Silverstone Circuit, it's such a big deal, and such a good driver such as JP or Joshua Pierce is an American,
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. It is really huge in the UK. And
in the UK,
in the UK, but also in Europe as well. But once again, all the
good cars are over there. Ferrari,
over there. Yeah, Ferrari, like Mercedes
Lambo over there.
Lamborghini. There's so many German and Italian automakers,
and the Japanese too. Yeah, I don't think in America, America's not great in that department anymore.
Well, let me see. F1 teams. So
Ford F-150. Sign off.
So let's see. The McLaren, which is Italian. Ferrari.
McLaren
Mercedes.
is Italian. That sounds Irish. Ferrari's Italian. Mercedes is French. What's Mercedes?
Yeah, so McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes. Mercedes is German.
Mercedes is German.
Red
That's
Bull,
auto.
Williams. I don't know what Williams is.
Williams probably British.
Kick Sober, Racing Bulls. Okay, that's Red Bull.
Racing Bulls, Philly?
No, Red Bull. Aston Martin.
What if you said Racing Bulls? Aston Martin, what's that?
Aston Martin is I think it's I don't know why I started this. I'm not sure the manufacturer for Aston Martin.
All right, we proved our point. They don't sound like a lot of American companies.
They're based in the UK.
In the UK.
The team is based in the UK. I'm actually I'm on the website and looking at the profiles. Okay. Haas The team is based in
Germany.
the United States.
Haas. Oh, a name like that? Okay. What else we got?
Canopolis, United States. That's where it's based. I don't know what the heck. I don't know what that's
Sounds
at.
Greek, but all right.
No idea what Canopolis is. I'm actually interested to know where that's at.
But one thing I thought was funny, you can keep calling out American cars.
It's in North Carolina.
Okay.
Actually, it might.
All the times you've been in North Carolina.
That would be a
cute trip. You want to do that?
That would be a dream if I could work there. If I could work
there,
for Haas,
you don't want to go see a race first before you jump right in to start working for these niggas. I thought you were going to say, "Hey, we're kind of always in North Carolina because we have family there. Let's go to a race." You're talking about getting a job. All right,
get a job.
This movie influenced you a lot, but
it did.
One thing that I thought was funny. So Sonny pulls up to Apex, and JP is like giving him a hard time, and understandably, because Josh knows that Apex is not doing well, and the investors are considering selling the team. So he's like, okay, this new dude is coming in. Are you going to sell the team and get rid of me? And he's going to be, like the new head driver for the team. So, he's giving them trash, calling them old. And Sonny's like, listen, if I can't, give me the same driving setup that JP had. If I can't finish a lap within 1 second of Josh's time, then I'll bounce. You don't got to worry about me. And he does. He does finish, even though he crashes, like literally crashes. And Kate McKenna says, he passed his entirely self-imposed test by 0.05 of a second. So she's like, yeah, he's passed, but he made the rules up himself.
He made the rules.
His entirely self-imposed test by 0.05 of a second. But it's still like, that's incredible. You haven't driven an F1 vehicle in decades. 93 was your accident. And yeah, you just finished 24 hours at Daytona. But like JP said, he was like, when's the last time you won a race? Sonny was like, Sunday, Daytona. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I mean F1. And Sonny was like, oh, well then the same amount of races you've won, because he has yet to win a race. So
yeah. No,
listen.
I'm for all of it, yo.
Listen, he talks a lot of trash, but he can back it up.
I thought it was hilarious how Joshua Pierce was like, JP, who is JP? And it's like, dude, you're JP. Like, I feel like
you're just saying, why are you calling me this? I don't like you. Don't give me nicknames. We're not chummy. We're not mates, bruv.
We're not mates. What do you call them? Swine?
Yeah, he said swiney. He said swiney.
Something like swine or something
that
like
is
that.
Slang I know nothing of. I've never heard it, bruv. Like, never heard of it.
Swan. He called him a swan.
Okay.
Not swine, like a pig, but swan.
Oh, a swan. So what? He's calling him a bird?
Yeah, basically call him an aho, I guess.
Like soft?
But he's like,
swans are not. Are swans asshole? Whatever.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't get it.
All right. Sonny's first race with Apex is at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone Circuit. Things are going well until dysfunctional machinery during Joshua's pit stop slows them down. Sonny's ego ignores team orders to allow Joshua to pass him. Joshua is infuriated by Sonny's disobedience and then does whatever he can do to beat Sonny. This short-sighted rivalry caused Apex to race, and the two drivers eventually crash into one another. The rivalry cools down a bit at the Hungarian Grand Prix at Hungaroring. During the race, Sonny strategically collides into other drivers, which causes safety cars to enter the race, slowing down the other racers and allowing Joshua to move up in rank. Joshua manages to finish among the top 10 and earns Apex its very first point. After the race, Sonny persuades Kate to adapt the car to make it more suitable for his aggressive driving style. So let's break it down.
Okay, let's break it down. One, I looked up swan. All right, and it's to swan about. Means to move around in a relaxed, leisurely, and often aimlessly way without necessarily having a specific purpose or being concerned about the impression it makes on others.
So
It can also imply a degree of nonchalance or even a suggestion of being somewhat pretentious.
That's fair. Sorry, my alarm went off, guys. No, that's I think that's such an intelligent sort of insult. You know what I mean? I thought it would just mean like you're a jerk, but they're saying no, like you're inappropriately nonchalant and you just kind of flop throughout life, like, and you're selfish and just aloof to a fault. That's kind of a very intelligent, like.
I feel like the British just use English better than we do, just in general. They're just better at English than we are.
They're better at English than us. No, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it.
So,
but
let's talk about
Grand Prix
F1 strategy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because this is where I tried to learn while watching a movie because I knew nothing about F1 at all, and I imagine a lot of folks watching a movie may or may have a wide range of F1 experience. So, let's answer a few questions, right? One question is tires, right? So, the strategy, so F1 is managed by a team, right? You have the two drivers who compete against another 18 drivers, a total of 20 drivers in the field for a particular race. The race track lengths, but depending on where you're at, varies. I think the minimum has to be like almost 200 miles you have to drive at least. So depending on the course, that also means the laps varies. So longer tracks, you might do 40 laps, and other tracks that are shorter, you might do 50 or even more laps. So the number of laps and the length of the track varies, but generally, it's, I think, 190 kilometers, if I remember. Or maybe it was higher than that. I forget, number top of my head. But your racing team is a bunch of coaches and a bunch of engineers who look at the performance of your car as you're driving and is looking at what the other drivers are doing and making recommendations for when to pit, which means when to go and replace your tires. So in NASCAR...
Pit stop. So amazing. The pit stop is so amazing.
Yes,
that is efficiency.
It takes between 2 to 3 seconds to change out all four wheels.
Crazy.
So in NASCAR, doing pit stops, they do refueling. In F1, they do not.
Does F1 vehicles use fuel?
Yes, they use fuel, but they basically fuel at the beginning. And they do not refuel. So part of the race strategy is to conserve fuel.
Okay.
Right?
It's like running a marathon.
Yes. And when you're racing, when you first start out, if you've overfilled the tank, right, to try to have it, your car is slower because it's heavier. And as you drive, the fuel depletes.
It's so sensitive that the fuel in your tank can weigh down your car.
It weighs down your car. And as your car drives, the fuel lowers, right, and gets more effective, and you get faster at the end of the race. The same thing with tires. So I looked this up. There's technically 7 types of tires, okay, for F1. There's 5 dry tires, so when it's normal conditions, and 2
dry tires. Okay.
Yes, and 2 water tires. So the aqua tires. So the 2 water tires is basically if it's intermediate tires for light rain, and heavy rain tires will have these big chunky threads that can push a crap ton of water.
Do they have snow tires?
No, they don't. They don't race in the snow. So then the 5 dry tires, it goes from.
I need snow tires.
The 5 dry tires go from ultra soft to hard. So ultra soft, super soft, soft, medium, hard. In the movie, it just focused on soft, medium, hard. Soft tires provide more grip, right? So you're faster, but they wear a lot. You're faster sooner.
With more grip?
Yes. So they're faster.
I assume you'd be faster with less grip, like it's kind of slippery.
It's like more grip, but also you can hit the turns better. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So more grip, you can hit the turns better, but they burn out fast. You have to replace them more. Whereas harder tires, they're less grip, but they last a lot longer.
So they're slower.
So they're slower, yes. So basically, when they're designing the race, they decide, okay, on part one, we're going to go and use our soft tires. So get out and do a really fast start and get as much time as possible.
Yeah.
But then when you do that, you have to say, hey, that means at the pit stop, maybe around 10. Okay. And pit stops take between 20 and 25 seconds. So you basically say, okay, if I can beat all my racers by a second, right? Let's say I make a second every lap. So by the time lap 10, I'm 10 seconds ahead, but it takes me 20 seconds to pit. I lose that 10-second advantage. I lose that advantage by the time I come back out.
So you really have to focus on your tires and what strategy you want to use and what tires to use. And
yes. So some people do hard tires and it's like, okay, I'm going to only pit once at the very end and then go do soft tires. So I'm super fast on fresh tires. And it's so detailed and just even the way
how do you think about that while driving 200 miles per hour?
That's why there's a team.
I'm just like, oh my God.
That's why there's a team. A team basically.
That's true. There's a lot of people that are not behind the wheel helping you to that victory line.
Yes, the team is like, hey, you're on your 10th lap with these tires.
It's such a nerdy sport.
And we see some performance degradation. You need to go and pit. But if you pit here, the advantage that you took up, right? You'll lose it by pitting unless you time it right. And you mentioned the safety cars. So I didn't mention that. You didn't?
Well, first, before you get into safety cars, I think we need to back up. And I kind of will. Do you want to explain safety cars? Because we talked about the Grand Prix, but we haven't explained that. I was going to talk about that and like the whole point system and different champions. All right. So we're talking about safety cars because that is a very important strategy. But one thing I just wanted to break down because I had to learn this myself. So like we said before, Apex will sell unless Sunny and Apex can win one of the Grand Prix. So there are 9 Grand Prix altogether. So the Grand Prix, all 9 Grand Prix, they're called the F1 World Championship season. And, that's a series of races of all 9 Grand Prix. So you own points during these Grand Prix. So what you can win you can win driver's points and you can win constructor's points. Driver's points are the points awarded to individual drivers. So if you were to finish the race among one of the Grand Prix, among one of the top 10s, you will score points for the driver and you will score points for the team, Apex itself. And there's a World Drivers' Championship and a World Constructors' Championship. So let's say Apex wins one Grand Prix, either Josh or Sunny will win the World Drivers' Championship, and Apex itself will win the World Constructors' Championship. So, I thought that was really interesting, and that kind of I like the dichotomy of that. It's like, okay, I could be selfish and try to win as many points as I can for myself, or I could sacrifice and win for the team. And we see that a lot during the race where some racers would do things to kind of seem their own glory, to kind of, build their own glory and get more points for themselves, but it ends up hurting the team. And the point is to save the team. So.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And racing is like counterintuitive than how we understand racing. Racing is typically the first at the finish line is the winner. Everyone else after that is the first loser. The second place is the first loser. Yeah. But you're right. It's getting points, is gaining position and track position for your team and
for yourself. Because there's so many times, this might be a spoiler, but there's so many times during the race where both Sunny or there's so many times during the race where one driver from Apex could have easily made it over the finish line, but because their rivalry, Sunny and Joshua's rivalry is so strong, they're trying to get ahead of each other, and none of them end up winning, and then the team doesn't win any points, and the individuals driver don't win points. So it's really like, okay, like, should I risk trying to pass my teammate to try to get my own points, or let him cross the finish line and get the points for his team?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't think that rivalry is that abnormal. Like, obviously, this is the movie,
absolutely
but I feel
not.
like these are the most competitive people in the world.
I think that's why people like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
because your teammates can become your competitors. Your teammate is still your competitor. I don't know any other sport like that. The
Yeah.
only thing I could think about is if you play doubles and then singles, like
Yeah.
tennis,
But that's
or
still
like volleyball.
two different competitions.
Right.
Like,
You're right. Never in the same competition.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
tell us about safety cars?
Yes. So, in this portion of the movie, right, Sonny, he start using the advantage of safety cars. So safety cars, there's virtual safety cars, which is just basically safety cars are implemented whenever there's an accident on the track that needs to be cleaned up. And they need to get the crew to come out and either take debris off the track or
A body.
or a body or whatever, right? And obviously these cars are going 200 miles an hour. So
So they're not going to jump into the fray in that madness. Slow this down.
yeah. So what they do is they have a safety car. So a car that drives around, probably like at 100 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour. And basically all the cars, they can't pass during that time. They just stay in the same position and they do, I think, 3 laps around.
Oh, they have to stay in the same position?
Yeah, they say they can't. You can't change
yeah,
positions.
yeah.
You can't change positions when the safety car is out.
It's like
But
when you're driving and a school bus shows up. It's like, oh my God.
yes, but the advantage of the safety cars is, one, when the safety car is out, you can go and pit for free, right? You can basically go pit, and that time
That
that
is
takes
true.
you to pit, you get back into your same position. But two, and the reason why Sonny was using it was because the JP was using the strategy. This might be a little early, but JP was using the strategy for
No, for the tires, I think that's what he was trying. He was staying out.
He was staying out.
No, this was Hungary. Yeah, you're
okay.
right.
Yes. So yeah, he was staying out longer. So that means that his tires was getting older and he was getting slower. So, but since he stayed out longer and he didn't pit, he basically built extra buffer time because the other cars at pit, right? So that extra buffer time he had.
Yeah, he's
then
laps ahead of him.
Yes, but when the safety car was able to come out, he was able to replace the tires and still keep doing overrunning, and basically build his buffer. So it's very strategic, very strategic about using it.
How did Sonny get the safety cars to come out?
Just random, reckless, abandoned, breaking like
Driving into other shit.
just
Driving into other cars.
Driving recklessly, right? And he had to do it in such a way that it's not like he would have got caught.
He's not totaling his car.
Yes, but he would have got kicked out for intentionally causing collisions. But he just drove recklessly in his way, knowing that most likely I'm gonna hit something.
It seemed like he should have been fouled a long time ago.
Yeah.
That seemed very intentional to me, but
yeah, it was like intentional, unintentional. Like I didn't really try to hit him, but like the reckless way I drive,
Shit
I know I'm
happens.
gonna hit somebody. So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that was his plan C. The whole using the safety cars, keeping the fresher tires out. That's plan C.
Yes, I believe so.
All right.
I believe
Yeah,
so,
that was really interesting. I love learning about the strategy of it. Like, I really like, I don't know, just learning things when I'm watching something. It's like,
Yes.
oh, and like, I like when movies can make me interested in something that I've never been interested in before. Like watching The Queen's Gambit, got me interested in chess. What else? I feel like there was something very recently, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know. I don't know, watching like cooking shows, it gets you interested in cooking and like
No, you're right.
everything. So I do like movies and television that can like introduce me to a world that I knew nothing about, and now I'm invested. Like, oh man, this is actually really interesting.
Even like, the physical aspects of it. Because you think, oh, race car driver, anyone could drive a car. But how much they have to work out and how much they ran, and like were fit. And
They were
they're
running
athletes.
a lot.
And they're
Yeah.
freaking athletes. And if you think about it, do you know what G-force is?
No, sir. I've
Okay,
heard of
so-
it. Don't know what it means. Isn't
so
that like
G-
a shoe? I think of the
that's-
Air Force.
Yeah, G-force is basically just the force that our body
Gravity.
feels according to gravity. Yes. So, under circumstances like flying or going super fast, we feel forces in our bodies multiple times the normal force. So when they say 2 G's, that means you feel twice as heavy, right? So if you weigh,
So after I eat.
yeah. So if you weigh 100 pounds, 2 G's, you feel like you weigh 200 pounds,
You
right?
know I don't weigh 100 pounds.
I'm just saying. So like for example, fighter jet pilots, they can pull between 6 to 9 G's. So if you're 100 pounds, you're feeling between 6 and 900 pounds.
And
I
you
think
need that strength to operate your
yes,
body at that
to
much
breathe,
higher weight.
to
Yeah.
breathe,
To breathe.
to not pass out, right? Right. Like sometimes they pull so many G's, people pass out, and it's crazy.
Oh, that's how people be passing out on roller coasters. On
Yes,
the
some
crazy
people-
ones that like catapult
yes.
you into the sky, the
Yes.
slingshot. They be
Absolutely.
like, woo,
Yes, it just
and
knocks
just
you
pass
out.
out.
And you have to train for it. You have to train for it, and all that force, And I was watching an interview with Brad Pitt, and he talked about how he actually drove real Formula 2 cars.
Okay,
Right?
yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, Formula 2. Yeah, I heard that.
But he basically said even like driving slow and turning the cars and hitting the corners, and he said that he can go 180 miles per hour, and then within a dime slow down to like 50 miles an hour and make a turn and then accelerate again.
How do you not get whiplash? So I'm fierce.
Exactly. You have to be strong. You have to have strong neck muscles and like keep your head steady and able to like fight the turn. It's so physically taxing that you don't realize it just thinking, oh, this dude's about to just sit in the car. What are you doing?
Trying to do a little bit of tongue twisters and loosen up my mouth to read the script. Tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue. Toy boy. Try to say toy bolts. Toy bolt.
Toy boy.
It's stupid, right?
Okay. High for them.
Right, you should have been doing it too.
High from their success in Hungary, Sonny and Joshua feel confident at the start of the Italian Grand Prix at Monza circuit. It's a rainy day, and to lessen the risk of hydroplaning, Sonny suggests to Joshua to wait for a straight path before overtaking real-life full-time road drivers champion Max Verstappen. However, stubborn Joshua doesn't listen. In his attempt to pass, Joshua rams into a curb, which catapults his vehicle over the barriers, and it crashes, bursting into thick flames. Apex, the other drivers and onlookers are horrified at the grisly scene. Sonny jumps out of his car, and after the first aid crew puts out some of the flames with the fire extinguisher, Sonny pulls an unconscious Joshua out of the vehicle. Amazingly, Joshua survives the crash, but because of his scorched hands, he must sit out for 3 races. So
I literally gasp.
yeah, I thought he died. I'm thinking,
Yeah,
dead,
I literally
yo.
said, "Oh my god!" I thought he was dead. I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What? They got Damson, Idris out of here!
They got
Damn,
him
son!
out of here. I'm like, yeah.
Damn, son! They got him out of there."
I thought
I
he
thought
was dead.
Yeah,
Just the way the
Oh
car
my.
just flew in the air. Flip, flip,
it
flip, flip.
it flew like a football,
Yeah.
like someone threw a Hail Mary.
Perfect spiral, yo. Like just
Yo, I said these cars is too aerodynamic. When you crash, you're gonna soar through the sky. Oh my goodness! But that's a good
Terrifying.
fire suit. That's a good fire
good
suit.
fire suit. And him just get out with his hands burnt. I'm good. I'm good. That is a good day. Where you can get out the car. And he couldn't walk out, but after that was a good day. I thought he was done.
So let me tell you about the Monza circuit. So that curb that he hit is called it used to be called the curva parabolica. So like curve what's it called?
Parabolic?
Parabola. Yeah. But it was renamed to honor the late F1 driver. What's his name? Michele Alboreto. So they renamed it. Now it's called the Curva Alboreto, and it's the final curve of the Temple of Speed. That's the name of the Monza circuit. That's the nickname they give the Monza circuit. The Grand Prix where they're racing in Italy is called the Temple of Speed. So the Curva Alboreto, it's the last one and it's deadly. And even,
Wow.
and I think that's why Sonny, he knew this circuit. That's why he warned Josh. He was like, yo, it's raining. And the Monza circuit is notorious for sharp turns and even aggressive straights. Be careful. But Josh didn't listen.
Wow. It just takes a tenth of a second mistake to do that too. A tenth of a second mistake. And it's
I'm surprised he was only sat out for 3 races.
yeah, exactly. He could have died.
Like I don't know how far the races are spread out, but yeah, so apparently the Monza circuit ain't nothing to play with. And like we said, these Italian cars,
Yeah.
of course their circuit is going to be like, nah, we ain't coming to play with y'all. Like we do this over here.
So
But
the thing I most liked about this movie up to the crash is that typically when I don't know, movies that are like sports related, that's not based on a true story. They're typically, the teams are like immediately successful when the main guy comes. The main guy comes, saves the team. They start winning. A little adversity, they start winning. A little adversity, win, and they win the whole thing, right? With this, it's like, okay, they finally got their act together. They're improving. They're gonna win, and them niggas just kept losing.
they keep shooting each other in the foot. They keep getting in their own way, and they're both incredible drivers.
Yes, just like you said, one of them crashed, and then because he crashed, as a teammate, he stopped and tried to help him, but he lost the race too, and it just over and over and over and over and over again. You just fail and you fail and you fail, but you gotta get back up.
Like literally at Silverstone, like the team Apex told Sonny, hey, let Josh pass. Sonny didn't let him, so Sonny started to pass. Y'all crash. Here in Monza, Sonny tells Josh, hey, take it easy on the curves. Wait for the straight to pass. This freaking real life F1 4-time champion doesn't. Now you out of the game for races. So it's just like, y'all not listening. Y'all not working as a team. And I think in other movies they already are a team. And this movie is different because they're learning how to become a team and to set aside one's ego for the betterment of the team.
Oh, I'm looking at the circuit, the Mazda circuit.
The Monza circuit.
You said Curve di Lesmo? That's what it's called?
No, it's called Curva Alboreto.
Oh, Curva Pala. What?
No, so it used to be, it used to be called Parabola Curve, Parabolic Curve. Now it's called the Curva Alboreto. So if you use that, it's the same one. They just renamed it after Michele Alboreto died.
No, that makes sense. That curve is crazy.
Oh, you can see it?
Yeah, I looked it up.
I can't see it, but I can imagine doing that at 200 miles per hour.
Yo, it's terrifying.
It's
terrifying. It's basically just a big, like a perfectly wide curve.
Are you a thrill junkie? Do you feel like you seek out thrilling things? Maybe not a thrill junkie, but on a scale from I'm staying grounded to I am a daredevil, where do you fall? As far as like thrill seeking?
Probably in the middle.
In the middle, okay.
Yeah, I think when I was younger, it was closer to thrill seeking. That's why I like roller coasters and stuff. But now I have something called back pain, and that just reminds me that hey, you can be hurt, like really. And you're really
older,
hurt.
so your morality is more pending. So
so I'm
closer to me, like, big guy.
Yeah, I'm close. I'm like a team like a 4 and a 5 now, to be honest with you.
Like, I love roller coasters. I love ATVing. I like jet skiing. I like a good fight. Like, I like a good fight. I don't know.
Like fighting.
I like a good fight. I how do I explain it? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, seeing people fight like in real life, but like it's all good. Like no one pulls out a gun, no one gets shot. I like that. I want to do donuts in someone's car, but I'm scared. But I kind of want to do donuts. I jumped off cliffs. I will never drive that car. No.
Yeah, no. And the thing is that like, it's so complicated to drive. Like, have you seen the controllers
It
for
looks like
these
an Xbox
vehicles?
controller.
Look
Yeah.
like an
I'm
Xbox
like, where
controller.
Mario at? Where Mario at? Like, it looks like a game controller. For real. All right. Joshua waits impatiently to get back in the driver's seat as Sonny stacks points in an impressive fan following. Apex is finally a staunch competitor, and Sonny is closer to achieving the goal that evaded him in Spain decades ago. Finally, Joshua is cleared to compete in the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps. The race is going beautifully for Apex, and Sonny and Joshua seem to be working as a team. However, Joshua's anxiety over Sonny's rapid success during his absence leads him to try to pass Sonny. Their wheels make contact during the pass, causing Sonny's car to spiral off-road and forcing him out the race. After the race, Sonny is furious with Joshua and violently confronts him. Joshua keeps his cool, de-escalating the encounter, but Kate decides to try and patch things up between them by inviting each of them to dinner without the drivers knowing that the other one will be there as well. Kate orchestrates a poker game, and Joshua and Sonny finally show respect for one another. After Sonny reveals that he let Joshua win the game, him and Kate at long last give in to their temptations. Bump chicka wow, bum bump, bump chicka wow, bum bum. They got busy.
So yeah, this is just more frustrations because, like you said, when Sonny was in there with the backup, they were winning, and Joshua was working out to his credit. It was training. It was getting ready.
He started doing the you know how Sonny like juggles those tennis balls?
Yes, he started doing that exactly.
But you notice Sonny also got into. He started doing the more digital simulations too. More.
Mm-hmm. They learn from each other.
So they both kind of adopted their training styles a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know how to play Texas Hold'em?
I actually, ironically, we played Texas Hold'em in Miami a little bit. Not like at a casino or nothing.
Yeah, I know. Amongst yourselves, you guys are too cheap for that.
Yeah. No, but no. One of us went to the casino and won a decent bit of money playing Texas Hold'em. Actually,
who? Sound it out.
The male sibling.
A decent amount.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Okay.
The poker player. But no, it's Texas Hold'em is fun. It's fun because essentially you're not playing the house, you're playing the other players. You know.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so that is a good game to play if you're trying to get two people to like play with each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's bluffing is really big into it as well.
What do you think Sonny's thing is with those deck of cards? Why is that like his good luck charm, like his talisman? I have an idea, but I just wanted to see what you think about it.
It is like
because at the start of the race, even way back at Daytona 24, before he got into that car, he did something. He looked afraid. He looked nervous. And I'm like, okay. I didn't really peep at the opening scene that he was dreaming of his own crash at the time, but I was like, he looks scared. I was like, something happened to him. He's just scared to get back in the driver's seat in some way.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
cards help.
Because he takes the cards. Maybe it's just him just accepting fate. Because the reason why, like, there's 52 cards in a deck, right? And all of them are random, and you never know what cards you're gonna get. And he never looked at the card he gets. It just basically just accept your fate, and accept what happens, and not
Why
kind
do you
of
think
live
that
in the
brings
moment.
him comfort?
Because you have to live in the moment. Because of his crash, you don't want to be terrified every time you get into the car. That makes you a worse driver. Versus like, hey, I'm just gonna accept my fate. Wherever the card lies, this is what I have. This is what it is.
So you think the cards give him comfort because it's him feeling like or accepting fate, and accepting just kind of giving in to. He can't change what he can't control, or he can't control his own.
Yeah. They said also he was a professional gambler too.
Yeah,
that's probably part of it too. It's just like. Hey,
because
there's
several scenes.
Life is a gamble, and racing is a gamble.
Yeah. I guess there is some comfort in knowing like I tried my best, and if fate does what it does, that doesn't mean I did anything wrong. It's out of my hands. So
Hmm.
maybe embracing the unknown and the unexpected can be a comfort. Because what I saw was, there's some he may have just been bored, but there's some scenes where he's like flicking the cards at like a target. Maybe he's trying to like get him in a basket or something. And I'm like, what if he's doing something in his head? Like, okay, the chances of me getting this amount of cards in the basket is the chances of me dying driving today. Like, I was
Oh
like,
my
what if
god.
like before every race he does like, I don't know, some weird like probability test with cards to see his probability of like dying in a fatal crash.
No, I think
That's what I
I
thought. But I may just be
yeah.
morbid.
Yeah, I think you're very morbid. I think it's
Hmm.
just him, yeah, just leaving up to fate and chance,
Yeah.
you know. So were you obviously the chief engineer, what's her name? McKenna?
Kate McKenna.
Kate McKenna, right? And Sunny. We knew they were gonna get it on as soon as you saw her. As soon as they locked eyes.
I like how
Um,
she cussed him out when he asked her to change the vehicle. And she was like, dude, I literally had to work my way up here. All of you guys telling me that the car is trash, that it's rubbish.
mhm.
And no, she's Irish. I don't think she says rubbish. She sounds Irish. I don't know. But like, y'all telling me the trash ain't ish. I'm the only woman in this role. I took, I took crap from this person, and you're coming to me. Yes, you're a driver, but you're not an engineer, and you're telling me how to change the car for you. Up yours. I would have been the same way.
Yeah, and the thing is, I didn't realize until after the movie that the cars are custom made for the drivers. Like everywhere from how it feels
Ah,
to how the
I didn't know that.
seat, they mold the seat to fit their butt.
Ooh,
Because
booty seat. All right.
when they're sitting in the car, their legs are like higher than
Getting
where their
numb.
butts at. Is it's hard, like they're basically sitting
Their legs are
like
elevated.
that. Their legs are
Okay.
elevated. So everything from the seat is like designed to fit the driver, you know? So it is very custom, and both of them have two different cars, obviously, designed slightly different ways to fit the driver, you know? Um, yeah. Yeah. I think that both Sonny and Joshua, JP, had to get over themselves to really understand what they're trying to do, you know? Because the
He was like,
stakes
"You
are
live
really,
with your mom. I don't live with my mom. She just cooks for me sometimes."
yeah, it's hilarious. Hilarious. But no, I think their relationship needed that final collision,
They
you
needed
know?
that intermediary
They
person.
did.
Yeah, because how the way that Sonny was pushing uh Joshua, I would have stole. Like
Hmm.
after the race, he was pushing him and he was so mad, and Joshua kept his cool. He took a deep breath, and I was like, I would have fought him.
Yeah.
Like I would have stole. You're not gonna be pushing me like that. I don't care how mad you
Mm-mm.
are.
I
He
come
did
from
it
the
twice.
streets.
He did it twice. He did it twice. I would have
Yeah.
swung. But but like we said, we know that Joshua's right now he's more, and his manager, he's young. Him and his manager are both young. They're more concerned with their image and the money they're making, and they're not as dedicated to like the team as they should be. So I get Josh being like, all right, you putting your hands on me, but I need to look good for these cameras down the hall. So
Yeah.
let me just.
Because once again, there's only 20 of him. There's only 20 F1 racers in the world.
Hmm.
So
One
if
thing I really, well, continue.
no, I'm saying so if he loses his job, it's gonna be very hard for him to get another one. One of the things you really what though?
Oh, I just wanted to say I love how they styled Joshua Pierce in this movie. Like he wears
Mm,
pearls. I've never seen a man in pearls. Like he has like a few pearl necklaces and pearl earrings. They look so good. I love how he like wears these like uh he just dresses so well. This one scene he's wearing like this bright orange sort of like tufted coat, and it just pops against his skin so nicely. And the pearls do too, because he's dark skinned, so those very white pearls look great on him. and like he just dresses so he's fly. He's fly. You know, they got Sonny dressing like a homeless man, but he looks good. He dresses well.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, that's very important for the more image conscious Joshua and the more I don't care. I'm pretty much a racing vagabond. Sonny.
The Swan, Sonny.
The Swan. Yeah.
Okay. Later that night, Ruben finds Sonny in Kate's hotel room and delivers them crushing news. The International Automobile Federation received an anonymous tip that Kate's new car design is illegal, and all the new upgrades must be stripped from the car immediately. This news frazzles Sonny during the next race at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and to make matters worse, Sonny notices right before takeoff that he forgot his good luck charm, the deck of cards. His frustration gets the best of him, and he violently crashes. Later, Ruben visits Sonny in the hospital room and chastises him for not telling him about the severe and permanent injuries after his incident in Spain a few decades earlier. Feeling immense guilt, Ruben drops Sonny from the team despite his protest. After Sonny is discharged from the hospital and is preparing to leave Vegas, he is stopped by Apex board member Peter Banning. Peter reveals that he fabricated blueprints of Apex cars and leaked them to the FIA. He plans on firing Ruben, selling the team, and he offers Sonny as a position as team principal once everything is settled. So, I
was putting lotion on.
Ashy nigga. I
right.
was once again terrified during another crash. I thought Sonny was gonna die too. All these crashes are just, I don't know how the drivers see someone else crash doing exactly what they just did, or and they just be like, all right, I'm good, I'm gonna keep going. Like that's a different breed to me.
I feel like every F1 driver there's a
Unspoken
function
rule.
in your brain that isn't working properly. You know, that function in your brain that tells you to stay away from danger and to preserve yourself at all costs. I think their brain is not functioning as optimally in that regard as everyone else's.
Yeah.
I think they just don't give a fuck themselves in some capacity.
whatever survival or like risk trait is in their brain, it's just off because
it's off. It ain't working right.
So it was sad though when he saw that Sonny had, you know, the
spine injuries,
implants,
broken bones, and possible paralysis.
And they said another collision could cause permanent paralysis, blinding, or death if you got in another collision. And
it's your spine. Do you know how many things your spine is connected to? It's responsible for? Exactly. A spine can literally make you a vegetable if you mess up with your spine. A blind, mute vegetable. Like an
Drive an underworld, blind, deaf, and dumb. So just I liked Ruben this entire movie. I thought that Ruben had, you know, when even his interaction when he walks into Sonny's room and he's like, "Hey, I have to bench you, dude. Like, you're done. I can't have you." And he said, you know, the liability for the company if you die, but also for me as your friend. I cannot allow you to go out there and kill yourself. You know, it's dangerous enough. It's dangerous enough versus knowing that this dude
should have never asked you. This is a big mistake.
He was
even
like,
after all the success they had, he's saying this was a big mistake.
Big mistake. It wasn't worth it.
Like
to him.
He was furious to find out that Sonny didn't tell him about everything that happened in '93.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if I knew this, I never would have approached you.
Exactly. I would have left you alone. But Banning is a snake.
Mm-hmm.
He's a snake. He's a board member who is opportunistic. I'm not sure what percentage of the team he owns, but he's hoping that because there's a requirement.
I don't think he's opportunistic. I think he's conniving. He set this all up.
You're right. You're right. He did set it up because they had to win. You had to get at least one win in the first year in order for him to keep his seat. He's like the seat. So Ruben's like the CEO, but the board can overthrow him if they don't win. So he had to at least win one match, one race to keep his seat. And there was just hope to try to sabotage him, make sure he didn't win, so they could take the seat. Banning could take over, and then bring in Sonny, but not even to be a racer, just to help him run
To be
the
a
team.
team principal. I think. Do you think Sonny would have did it if you told him he could have been a racer? I think it's like team principal. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna rat you out. Racer? All right.
I think Sonny, he won. Oh, actually, this has become a full circle moment for me. So I think Sonny. Remember, he was in a diner when Ruben first approached him, and he asked the waiter. He was like, "What would you do if someone gave you a offer too good to be true?" And she said, "What about the money? Like, it depends on how much he's asking." He said, "It's not about the money." And she said, "What else is it about?" And he was like, "Whoa, what else is it about?" And I think what it's about for Sonny is just winning, right? And I think also, yeah, just winning. And he just loves being behind the wheel. And I think he also had
I
loyalty
feel
to
like he'll
Ruben.
drive a wash machine if he could.
He could. He would. He would drive yeah, like from anything. He was a taxi driver because he just loves it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy. He just loves
I
it.
want to have that level of like loves for something. Like I want to adore it. But continue.
Yeah, but I think that he would not have taken it because of his loyalty to Ruben. Right? I
Okay.
think he wanted to.
So you see him
to
as,
Ruben.
as loyal.
Yes, as loyal. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
He's
And
kind of
also,
like a dogmatic man.
yes, it was his obligation to go win a race and then be done. That was his goal. And him going up and being F1 and sitting, like, he doesn't care. Even at the Daytona, right? The Daytona, there's
Yeah.
Rolex. Rolex makes a Daytona watch, right? It's
That's very
it's a
interesting
label.
considering the people who go to NASCAR races. That
Yes.
Rolex is the sponsor.
Yes, but the Daytona it was called that. I think a race car driver liked Rolex or something. I forget.
Okay.
But either way, it's like you can't go buy a Daytona. It's like 50 grand, and they don't sell them. So him denying that watch, saying, "Oh, I already have one," it's just
No,
showing
it was a
that
watch.
how
I
much.
thought it was. Oh, he denied a big old trophy too. He was like, "Just give me the cash," and they don't get
Yeah.
paid much. These racers, F1 racers, I don't know if they get paid much because why is Sonny always poor? He took
Yeah, well,
he said
he
in one
wasn't-
scene he took
He said, "I want seen what?"
in one scene there's like, "How'd you get here?" He said premium economy.
Yeah,
I'm like, but JP's over here living it up. That's why I'm like, why are you so poor? Are you? What's going on?
No, I'm looking at the salaries. So, for example, Lewis Hamilton, his salary
Okay.
is about $60 million.
Have you seen his latest Met Gala look?
No, I have not.
It's so good. I was going to tell DQ to get something similar for the wedding, but I was like, a poor man's version of this, it's not going to cut it.
Oh,
So
this
I
all
said-
white suit. Oh yeah, this is fire.
Yes. Oh, with the Kango hats? Oh my God. And the cropped jacket. Love it. I said, no, boys fly.
Yeah, that's actually kind of fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna
It's
lie,
so
that's
good.
that's fire.
Yeah.
He was in a movie, you know.
Yeah, I know. So was our girl Simone Ashley for like a millisecond.
Yeah, yeah. Now, there was a few big characters, big actors in the movie.
Did you see Liam Hemsworth?
No, I missed him.
He was there for 2 seconds too, just as himself.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
It's the final race of the Formula One season, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at Yas Marina Circuit. In Sonny's absence, Joshua has adopted some of Sonny's training methods and is more focused than he's ever been. Sonny shows up unexpectedly to Apex site at Yas Marina. Sonny has turned down Peter's shiesty offer. Luckily, the FIA's case against Kate's design has been thrown out, and the team is free to reinstall the upgrades. Sonny convinces Ruben to allow him to race for Apex one last time, and Ruben reluctantly agrees. Joshua is in the lead during the race, but is passed by Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Marshals display a red flag after Sonny and George Russell collide. This is good news for Apex, as this allows the team to replace their very worn tires. Sonny is able to pass Leclerc, but decides to allow Joshua to lead the team to victory. He strategically forces Hamilton to prevent him from passing so that Joshua is wide open to take the lead. Despite Sonny's unselfish efforts, however, Lewis collides with Joshua, sending the rookie spiraling out of the race. It's now up to Sonny, and with a calm that only the truly experienced can conjure, Sonny wins the Grand Prix and eviscerates all chances of Ruben losing Apex. During the celebration, Sonny slips away. Kate later finds him, and the two say their goodbyes. Sonny says his final goodbye to Joshua before continuing his nomadic life as a racer. So this race was really good.
Yeah.
It was really.
I was reading it. I'm like, man, I wish I could watch this movie again. I can't wait till it comes back out to watch it again.
Yeah. Remember when they had a 2-minute rest because I think was that because the red flag was thrown up after Sonny and George Russell collide. Remember, it was like, okay, yeah. So they collide and they had 2 minutes to get their stuff together, all cars. And they're like, this is the last lap.
Yeah, the last 3 laps. They're the last 3 laps.
The last three laps. And that last lap, Sonny finally got to that flow state. Remember earlier in the movie, he said, sometimes when I'm driving, it just feels like kind of everything else goes silent. I'm calm. I'm in control. It's just me and the road, and it feels like no one can touch me.
Yes.
And we've all felt that moment before. I remember you asked me, have you ever felt runner's high? That's the equivalent to runner's high in my mind.
Yeah.
It's just everything just feels easy. It feels effortless. You feel like the most fit person in the world, and everything just comes so easy, and like you're killing it for some. It's like I think it's just that moment when your mind and your body is in perfect synchronization, and you just perform.
You're in full control. Exactly. Just going through like hyper aware. It's the way they did it. You know what it reminds me of? A few movies did it really well. The one that comes closest to mine was Challengers. You know, when I can't remember the character's name, but
Pat, Art.
No, the
Tashi.
girl. Tashi, yeah. When
Tashi Duncan.
Tashi Duncan, played by
Zendaya,
yes. When she went into her state and just, or no, at the end of like you're right. At the very, very end, where they're just going, just boom, 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 just volleying back and forth. Pat and Art get back and forth, or even in the movie Soul, right? Like where you're talking about him playing piano. And like just basically transcend, or even Sinners, when he's able to play music to transcend
Preacher Boy.
Time. Preacher Boy, yeah. When Preacher Boy is able to play his guitar and get jump through the different generations, pierces the veil, different generations. It is. I think athletes, musicians, artists.
Creed, that's a good one. I think there's a point of Creed. The last Creed when him and Damien, I forget. When they're fighting, and it's like a scene from Naruto, like everything blacks out and they're having their own personal battle between each other. It's that moment of just calm and intense focus. And it's really hard to obtain, because I watched a video months ago about how like focus is so dependent on other things, the time of day, of course, your level of fatigue, what's going on around you. So those peak points of focus is few and far in between. And finding when your focus is more optimal. Sometimes it does seem random. It's like, yo, why am I in the fucking zone right now? Why am I killing this right now? And you know it, and you can't turn it off. And it don't last for very long, but it's like, yo, what is this? And I get Sonny wanted to chase that feeling wherever he goes.
wherever he
Yeah.
goes, and then he ended up winning the race. And I was pumped, Joe. I was over there in the back of the
So
chair, pumped.
I did like kind of how the movie kept you guessing. It's like, okay, who's gonna be the main character on this story? Is it gonna be the dude trying to redeem himself? Or is it gonna be the up and coming dude of the new generation trying to make a name for herself? And I like how you kind of didn't really know. Yes, the story was very Sunny focused. Like it feels like Sunny couldn't do anything wrong, but I still didn't know who was going to win the last Grand Prix, who was going to win it. And Sunny actually scored his maiden point for Apex, I think. So maiden point is like I said, if you finish within the 10th rank among other drivers, you win points. And maiden points is your first points. So I
No,
think
he
all this
won. He
time,
won in first place.
I know, I think he won. But I think he won his first point for the constructors. No, they said something. I think how do I put it?
I think it just
I
his
think he's been
first.
winning the driver ports this whole time. I think he won the first point for like the constructors, the team. I think
Yeah, I think it might have been
in the in Yas Marina.
his maiden win, maybe his first win.
Yeah, for the drivers.
Yeah.
I mean for the constructors. Like I said, there's driver points and there's constructors points. And well, let me see. Okay, driver who's finished in the top 10 in any given race scores points for both themselves and their teams. Okay, I don't know, I'm wrong then. Oh well, yeah, but it's still like, I did like how we didn't really know because, of course we want to see Sonny, the dude who's just immensely talented, but just was dealt a bad hand. Let's see what I did there. Redeem himself. But it's also like Joshua, he has a lot to learn, but he's really good too. He's really good too. And it's like, I would like to see him win too. So that was interesting to see, yeah, who was gonna win it.
I think Sonny's line was if the last thing I do is drive that car, I'll take that. I'll take that drive. But he said, I'll take that life. If the last thing I do is drive that car, right? Meaning if he died in that race, so that's the last thing he did, he would take that life
He'll
over
be
and
happy.
over and over again.
I don't
And
feel that way about anything. I want to die around my family when I'm 106 years old because
yeah.
don't nobody needs to live longer than that. Ain't nothing here for you no more. Go and pass on. But
Go on ahead. Go
yeah,
on ahead.
go on ahead.
And then him coming out like a G in the Baja vehicle, just driving through the sand dunes wherever he was at.
I'm
Like,
telling you, this dude would drive a Tonka toy,
he would.
like
Like
anything. A
he's so
taxi
reckless
driver.
too.
That's
You know how
crazy.
dangerous
Yeah,
Baja is? Just just boom, just racing. He just does it for the love of it, yo. For the love of it.
for the love of it.
So this is a
Yeah.
very obvious question, probably
And
the
I
most
like how
obvious.
he led like he set such a good well he taught what's his name? He
JP.
taught Joshua a lot. He taught
Yeah,
JP a lot. So now JP can go be the leader of this team.
yeah.
He was
No,
like
you're
a little
right.
mentor, like a Karate Kid moment, I guess.
Exactly.
But
So this is a silly question, but what would you rank this movie, Mary?
so I was struggling with this. DQ brought up a point, and I don't know if I necessarily agree, but I get it. He was saying he was kind of tired of the same scenarios happen. He was pretty much tired of both drivers shooting themselves in the foot and not being able to get along and crashing. He was like, that happened way too much. This movie's too long. Like, he thinks they kind of overstated the point. Like, these guys can't get it together. These guys don't know how to work at a team. These guys are so different. These guys are sabotaging themselves because of their ego. And I was like, you know what? To me, it didn't feel tiring, but I did, because of that repetition, there are points in the movie that I get confused with one another because it happens so often. Um, and also, I feel like Brad Pitt's character was a little bit too. I know. They said he had a gambling addiction. He was divorced 3 times, that had a marriage annulled. He lived in a van, but he was still kind of too perfect. It's like this man could do no wrong. He didn't really learn anything, in my opinion, for this entire film. I don't think he had a real. Okay, he did have a slight character arc by in Yas Marina allowing Joshua to pass him, even though eventually he's the one who had to end up finishing the race. But it's like he didn't learn anything. He just kind of showed people that he's still that nigga. And there's a song that plays. It's like I'm still bad, and I'm like, yeah, that fits. So because of and also I know this is very, very, very petty, but as soon as I found out there was an Apple TV production, it kind of ruined it for me. The whole movie just felt like an Apple TV show. And I know that's petty. That's petty. That's petty. But
Apple
I would
TV.
still give this movie a large bag of popcorn. It was fun, a little long, but I learned a lot from it. I was engaged. Everyone's sexy. I thought, like, I'm gonna give it a large bag of popcorn.
I think you had solid arguments about, Sonny's character arc. But I feel like the goal of this film was to show how difficult from a technical
You
side.
think that was the goal?
I think
To
the
just
goal
highlight
I think the goal was to
F1?
show F1 because it was sponsored by F1. Even watching like the regular F1 on the race, it released when the race came out, like actually during the season. I think the goal was to highlight the sport, to show how much is involved with the racing, and I think to like get, in my opinion, an American viewership.
Absolutely.
And I think it's just, there's, like you said, to me, I wanted to go by the game, Mary. I wanted to go by F1 2025. I wanted to figure out when the next race is going to be, which is July, I think the week of July 25th to 27th.
I knew you would like this because you're a nerd for things like this.
It's just like,
Dad will like it too.
Dad would like it too. Exactly. Dad would like it too. It was like, whoa, these people who do
I wonder
this.
if Jeff likes it.
Yeah, he would love it too.
Yeah.
He would love it too. He worked in the automotive industry. He would love it. This is a type of movie that I'm like, dag, this is hard.
Is it better than Fast and the Furious though?
Yeah. Fast and the Furious just...
Listen, that movie has a cult following. You put some respect on his name. I'm not a part of that cult, and neither are you, clearly, but...
Fast and the Furious is fire, name. But it's not realistic. They just don't even listen to physics at all.
Them niggas went to space at some point.
Yeah, like they
went to space.
Kung fu. That's what they are, just fighting with cars. But I give it an extra large bag of popcorn. I love the movie.
Okay.
Like I said, I can't wait.
No,
I can't wait
for watch it again.
I can't wait for it to come out again. Cons, it was long. Mm-hmm. I'll give it that. The movie was long, but it was exciting.
Was tearing me up.
It was. I watched it in Miami, and it was really nice to recline and they bring the food to you.
I watched it in Miami. It was really nice. There was so much money.
It was so much money. We got like popcorn and a bunch. Like we just got little snacks for $100 in the ticket theater. It was insane.
Yeah,
but
it's crazy. That's why I go on Regal. $5 movie nights on Tuesdays. That's why I go.
Tuesdays, yeah. Yeah, no, Regal's where it's at. But no, I loved it. I think the cons, like I said, it was a little long. And I also agree it was frustrating them keep losing. I'm like, they're almost there. I think that's kind of
the point.
Yeah, it was just frustrating. But
do you think that makes the movie better then? Because like I feel like they're supposed to be frustrated. Or do you think, okay, y'all didn't balance that well?
I think it would have been unrealistic if they came up and started beating these juggernauts. So for example, I was looking at a YouTube video to watch to learn about this, and the Red Bull team, they won like 10 of the last 13 races or something like that. And like they're just like freaking phenomenal.
They need to be submitted to the FIA. What them blueprints looking like?
For real, they're phenomenal. And for an upstart team to go and win a race, a Grand Prix, cool. That's reasonable.
Red Bull
that
gives you
sense.
Wings, dog. They told you. They told you.
They told you.
Duh.
But for them to I thought they was gonna win the whole championship and be the best race team. I don't think that would have been really realistic. So, and I don't know. I don't have many cons, but outside of it was a little long.
Yeah, I agree. No, very good movie, guys. Definitely go watch that, Jawn.
So, thanks everyone for listening to another episode of the Watch That Jawn podcast. You can find our shows and the rest of our 3 seasons, right, on anywhere you find your podcast. You can also follow us on Instagram at Watch That Jawn. And until next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.